What's up, Buttercups? My name is Shane, and today I am doing an updated everyday face routine. I was really looking for a tutorial that I could show you guys that is quick and easy. Being a mom, I really don't have a lot of time to sit down every single day and do my makeup, and what ends up happening is I just go without makeup because it took too long. So I came up with this really easy tutorial. We're only using one palette, which I try to do for you guys. So if you're interested in seeing how I recreated this look, then please keep watching. So to start off my makeup, I always love to moisturize my face before makeup. So the brand that I've been using recently is called Pond's, and it's a dry skin cream, rich hydrating facial moisturizer. Next, I like to hydrate my lips, so I'm just going to use a classic chapstick. Next, I'm going to prime my face, and I'm using my usual The Professional by Benefit. For foundation, I'm going to be using my Kat Von D's Lock-It Tattoo Foundation in the color Light 46. And I'm going to apply this foundation using a damp beauty blender. For concealer, I've been using Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind Concealer. And again, blend that out with the beauty blender. I'll be using a little bit of my Airspun translucent powder to set my concealer. Moving on to contour, I'll be using my Too Faced Cocoa Contour palette, and I'll be using the medium cocoa shade. To add a little bit of color back into my face, I'll be using this blush from MAC called Modest Blush. For highlighting, I'll be turning to the contour palette again. I'm taking the shade called Light Cocoa and adding just a little bit on the high points of my cheekbones. Next, I'll be filling in my brows using my Too Faced Brow Envy Kit in this brunette shade in an angle brush. If you want a full tutorial on how I fill in my brows, then let me know, but otherwise this part will just be sped up. Once my brows are filled in, I'm going to set them using this Rimmel London Brow This Way Brow Gel. Now it's time to move on to the eyes. I'm first going to prime my eyes by using Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. Then, just using plain old Scotch tape, I'm going to break two pieces off and tap it a couple times. Then I'm going to angle it from the corner of my eye going up to my eyebrow. All the shadows that I'll be using today are from my Naked Urban Decay Smoky palette. First, I'm going to take this highlighting shade called 13 and pack it on underneath my brows. Then, using a fluffy brush and this color called Combust, I'm going to sweep this back and forth in my crease. Next, using a clean fluffy brush, I'm going to blend that out better. Next, taking a small detail brush in this matte brown color called Whiskey, I'm going to work this into my outer V. Then, taking another fluffy brush, blend that out toward my inner crease. Taking one more clean fluffy brush, I'm going to blend it all out so there's no harsh edges. Go ahead and remove the tape. Taking another small detail brush, I'm going to take this highlighting color called High and just pack it onto my inner tear duct. And that's it for our eyeshadow, so let's move on to our liner. For liner, I'll be using this liquid liner from Hard Candy called Walk the Line, and I always wing out my eyeliner. If you do the tape technique, it really helps to use where your eyeshadow ends as a reference point. But I do my eyeliner a little bit different, where I kind of swoop it out rather than go straight up. Next, I'm going to add 2 coats of mascara to both my top and bottom lashes using Stila's Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. Once I've allowed my eyeliner to dry, I'm actually going to go in one more time with a fluffy brush and a little bit of that crease, the outer V color we used, and where the eyeshadow meets the eyeliner, I'm going to blend that out a little bit. Time to move on to lashes. So I use the brand Ardell usually, and this is my typical go-to lash combination. So the first one I'll be using is from Double Up, and it's number 206, and the second one is a natural in the number 118, both in black. I'm going to put the Double Up number 206 right on top of the 118s. Add a little bit of lash glue to the band. I'm using Duo Eyelash Adhesive in clear. While I allow those to get tacky, I'm going to line my lips using Palladio's Herbal Lip Liner in the color Naked. Once I've allowed the lash glue to get tacky, I like to use a pair of tweezers to help me put them in place. Once I've allowed the lashes to dry, I'm going to go over one more time with mascara. And this is pretty much the look. I hope you guys really like it. As I said, I've been trying to find a quick and easy mommy makeup everyday look that I could go toward, and I've been loving this. I'm telling you, I've only been doing it for a couple of days, and I've gotten so many compliments already. It's crazy. But if you did enjoy, please leave a big thumbs up. It absolutely helps out my channel. You can also subscribe if you don't want to miss any new videos. I vlog every single day. You get a special video on Fridays, and you get a makeup tutorial every single Monday. Who doesn't want that? Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!